What are quantum bugs? In order to answer that question, I need to give you a little backstory. If you've been watching my channel or any of my videos, you've probably figured out by now that deep down at the core of my being, I am a storyteller. It's who I am. And as a storyteller, what makes more sense than writing books? So, multiple years ago, I'd say about maybe 6 years ago at this point, I was working on my book series and I was writing a book in which the main character had to go into a virtual reality machine, or virtual world, if you will, to save his friends that were trapped inside that virtual world. And at some point in that story, there were what I called reality bugs that started attacking the reality and eating away at it and destroying it. Basically, they were just kind of like giant glowing monsters, insects, if you will, made up of zeros and ones, so code, and they would just go around eating, like literally eating reality, destroying the world around them. And in order to save his friends, he had to save them before those insects, if you will, that virus, destroyed the world and they were trapped inside that machine forever. That was the basic concept of the book. So, by the way, if anyone has any interest in reading my books, I'm going to include the link to my author website in the description. So if anyone wants to go check it out, you can do that. Anyway, that was the basic concept for the book. That was the second book in my series. And for some reason, this morning when I woke up, I had that idea in my head. And I'm like, why am I thinking of this? This is weird. Also, quick side note. Let me just jump aside and say that. Now that I think about it, about 6 years ago when I was writing this book is probably right around the time where I was first developing this cancer without realizing what it was or that it was cancer or anything. It's just now that I think about it, now that I realize that, I'm just like, wow, the timing on those two things is crazy. So the fact that all these years later, I had this cancer and this idea kind of comes back to me and it all kind of like fits into place. I'm just like, oh man, this is cool. And it's just another reminder of like life very often imitates, you know how they say like, how do they say it? The concept of life is stranger than fiction. Fact is stranger than fiction. Anyway, whatever. That whole concept is just like, there's a lot of similarities between fiction and reality. And it's like, if you delve deep into that, you're just like, whoa, it can like blow your mind. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic. So, that is the basic concept that I woke up with this morning. I'm like, why am I thinking about that? And as I lay in bed, I started realizing like, okay, this whole quantum reality thing, this shift that I had a couple months ago, this concept of there's an infinite version, like infinite amount of realities where there's an infinite amount of versions of yourself and everything, and every single possible outcome that could happen is happening at this very moment in some version of reality. That's the basic concept. And because of that, it's like, okay, now technically in this reality, I have stage 4 cancer and I'm dying. But there's multiple other realities where that is not the case. So by living as that version, that healthy version of myself, I'm transforming my body and transitioning to that reality and curing myself as a result of that. So if you take that and then you combine that with this concept that I came up with for that book multiple years ago, and then I woke up with this morning, I'm like, ooh, what if I visually use that concept of, virtual of reality bugs that I came up with for my book, or in this case, quantum bugs, and I use that visually to imagine tiny little bugs inside my body eating away at the cancer and changing the reality around me to visually manifest and represent the version of reality where I am healthy, where I am not sick. So it's like, it's literally fiction and reality merging together to make me healthy, which to me blows my mind, because as a storyteller, especially as a concept that I came up with like 6 years ago or something like that, this just blows my mind. So first of all, I thought that was really cool. I'm like, I really love this concept. So as I was going throughout my morning, brushing my teeth, taking my shower and everything, I was really pondering that. and thinking about it, and I just, I was developing the idea because, first of all, let me just put that out there. I know this sounds completely insane, and I don't actually believe that there will be, bugs inside my body eating away at the cancer and changing reality. It's just a visual representation that I can use in order to program my mind and truly believe and manifest the things that I need to manifest into my life. So even though I know this makes me sound completely insane, I'm not. Well, I don't think I am. So I just wanted to put that out there. So anyway, as I was going throughout my morning, I kept developing this idea. And, even though it didn't change that much, it's still the basic concept of just imagining these tiny little bugs, whatever visual I choose to use in order to do that, literally inside my body and outside also, just basically working for the quantum realm and modifying everything that isn't right for this reality and transforming it into everything that is right for it. That way I get to cure myself, I get to heal myself. So I'm not quite sure exactly which visual I'm going to use, if it's going to be that same glowing insect kind of creature made up of zeros and ones that just kind of goes in and eats away at the cancer and, poops out healing energy or quantum energy or whatever. I haven't fully developed the idea, as you can tell. It's just because it occurred to me this morning and I'm kind of still in the energy and excited about everything. I wanted to share it. Other quick side note that I want to throw in there. I've kind of fallen into the habit of recording a video every day. So if you follow my channel, you're probably expecting a video to come tomorrow as well. However, I'm leaving this evening, going to spend a couple of days with my dad. Not quite sure exactly when I'll be back, but there won't be any videos for a few days, simply because, well, first of all, I kind of want to take a break and just spend time with family. And also my dad doesn't have Wi-Fi, so even if I wanted to upload videos, I wouldn't be able to. So I just wanted to put that there. Okay, so back to the story. This concept, I just find it so cool, and I am definitely going to implement it. And I'm still developing it. I don't quite have all the details. In fact, the name, I still haven't quite settled on the name. I've explored a few different ones. I don't really like the concept of quantum bug because there's that negative connotation with bug. It's like, oh, it's a virus. It's like it's an insect. It's dirty. I don't really want to associate it with that. So I'm thinking more quantum agent for a couple of reasons. First of all, I kind of like the idea of just tiny little agents that work for the quantum realm, just kind of going around inside my body and just destroying the tumors and getting rid of the cancer and changing everything that isn't right and manifesting everything that I deserve and, basically transforming the reality both inside and outside of me. I kind of really like that visual. And the second thing is, when I think agent, it makes me think of the Matrix, and then I imagine the agents in the Matrix when they, they're normal people and then they twist and contort their entire face twists and they become an agent. That transformation, that's exactly the concept of this entire, concept of transforming reality. And just that visual just kind of matches with everything. Plus I love the Matrix and anything to do with science fiction, fantasy, stuff like that. So I really like this concept. I think that's the term I'm going to end up going with. But the initial one that came into mind was really quantum bug because of the book that I wrote. So that's kind of why I chose to name this for the video. But yeah, I'm still kind of exploring everything. Hopefully everything that I explained made sense. As you can see, I'm very excited about this idea. And by the way, if you have any suggestions for names or anything like that, please drop them in the comment. I'm always open to anything. At this point, I'm still pondering and figuring everything out. So let me know what you think. And also, let me know what you think about this general concept. I am genuinely curious to see how people perceive this. Do I just seem completely insane? Or is this oh, this is a really cool way to visualize and to bring this concept of quantum manifestation and curing yourself to life. So I'm just kind of curious to see what people think. So yeah, let me know. And I'll see you in a couple days. Probably, I'm expecting to be back on Monday, not quite sure. But whenever I'll be back, I'll definitely make a video, update you on everything going on. And until then, let's let's go have fun with some bugs.